Welcome back, everyone. My name's Donovan Kelly, and this is Beyond the Brew. Today I'm going to tell you about a little experience that I had, and it all started at a brewery. Like all good stories, this one started at a brewery. We're hanging out at Spruce Point Campground. I'm visiting my mom and some other family members, and we decided to go into Slave Lake. It's about a 45-minute drive, and check out the brewery. I'd been there before, but I wanted to bring my family there so they could check it out and see how cool it was. I knew they put a new patio in there. They released a bunch of cool beers lately, so it was gonna be a fun time. So we drove into Slave Lake and had some awesome beer. We had some flights, we tasted a few. My personal favorite is the Foggy Dew New England Pale Ale. It is extremely tasty. It's like a classic hazy New England. Just so delicious. And they have two styles of can art. I just love it. We had a great time. What I love about this brewery is that it has this kind of cool brick wall feature in the little corner where all the taps are. I just think it's really beautiful. It's very clean. You can see all the beer tanks kind of right beside a large table there. It's so beautiful seeing all of that right there. Like, it's just a cool feeling, just that smell, that atmosphere. It's really nice. So if anyone is looking to go on a little road trip to check out a brewery, this should definitely be on your list. It's only 3 hours north of Edmonton. It's a bit of a stretch from Calgary. It's about 6 hours, but anywhere in northern Alberta, you guys should definitely go and check these guys out. They make great beer, awesome atmosphere. The town of Slave Lake itself is pretty cool too. Really good time. Where I was staying, a couple neighbors were in the area, and I was telling them I was going to Slave Lake, so I ended up doing a beer run for a bunch of different people and brought them back some delicious beer. And I'll tell you one thing, to bring someone a beer that they've never had before and to have them like soak it in and completely fall in love with it before your eyes, it truly is a gift. And I didn't brew the beer, so that's even better. So after a flight, we picked up some beer, we brought it back to the campsite, and little did we know what we were going to see that night. Let me try this delicious pineapple Pilsner with fresh cut pineapple as a garnish. That's one of the best Pilsners I've ever had in my life. That is so delicious. That is so crisp. It's bright. It's 4.5%. You can have 100 of these on a sunny day. It's like the pineapple's in there and it really brightens everything up, but it doesn't really steal the whole show. There's still those hops, that classic Pilsner taste is still there. But the pineapple just adds so much sweetness to it. Or not so much. The pineapple adds a perfect amount of sweetness to this Pilsner, but you don't really lose anything from the Pilsner. Like, it's still there. It's still a Pilsner. That is something else. It was around 2 a.m. to 2:30 in the morning. You could see a lot of stars out that night, because it wasn't very cloudy at all. And around 2:45, 3 a.m., you could just see way off in the distance that there was a little bit of green glowing in the skyline. And there was this tree cover that kind of blocked it, so you couldn't see it directly, but you could kind of see it dancing in behind. Fast forward, it's 3:15 in the morning. I'm about to go and hit the hay, and all of a sudden it comes closer, and all these northern lights are just coming closer and closer to where we're staying. and I run out and I just grab my camera. Justin and Boyd are with me. They're looking at it. They're like, oh yeah, it's starting to come here. So I start messing around with night photography. I haven't really shot the Northern Lights before, so I didn't really know how this was gonna go. It was actually kind of nice because I was just figuring it out. I wasn't really wasting a bunch of time as they were dancing like crazy above me. It was good. I was able to kind of get the hang of it real quick, figure out what worked, what didn't work. Got a couple blurry photos here and there, but that's what you go through. And we got to a point where they blew up. They were just all over the sky. It got to a point where I'm taking photos and Justin and Boyd are like, oh, over here, and I'm just like trying to set up the tripod, stop, you know, lean up again, and they're like, over here, and it was like 5 or 6 different setups of running around, and I'd never really seen them this way, directly above, almost like a circle, and here's that shot. During one of the times where I was setting up, we did have a bunch of Dog Island Brewing still in the cooler, so now might be a really good time to get a good photo of a beer with the Northern Lights in the background. So I was able to get that too for the thumbnail of this video and have it on Instagram, and hopefully it's a cool photo that Dog Island Brewing ends up liking. That was my story. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked some of the photos that I took. I feel like after about a year playing around with photography, I'm kind of getting okay at a couple of certain things. Still lots of room for improvement. But let me know what you think about that in the comments section. If you have any tips on how to shoot Northern Lights or even just stars in general, that'd be really good to know too. Other than that, we'll call it here for the day. Thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to like and subscribe if you got any value or had fun watching this content, and we will see you guys in the next video.